This is the fabric I'll be using to recreate the style, and I have 3 yards of crepe fabric here. Between 3 yards to 3.5 yards should be enough for the style. This is my full dress pattern on the table, and this is what I'll be making some alterations to cut out the dress. So first off, you need your basic dress pattern. The length of the pattern can be between 38 to 40 inches depending on how long you want your dress to be, but you can make use of 38 inches or 40 inches. The next step is to mark the neckline of the dress. From the shoulder, I'll come down to 6 inches. That is how low I want the neckline to be. So from the shoulder, mark your 6 inches and connect that into a straight line. On your body, you can measure from one bra strap to the other. Whatever you get is what you are going to mark down here. For mine, it is 10 inches. 10 inches divided by 2, that is 5. I have marked the 5 inches and I'll connect from that point into the armhole, just like you see me doing. The next step now is to cut it out. Before I continue cutting, I'll extend the dart line to the bottom of the pattern. My fabric is folded into 4 so that I can cut the front and the back together. I have pinned my pattern on the fabric, so please make sure that you fold your fabric into 4. That way you're going to cut out the front and the back together. You can see the way I spread my pattern on the fabric, so please spread the pattern as much as you want. Fold your fabric into 4 and place the pattern on the fabric and spread to the end of the fabric like you see me doing. If you want to extend the length of the dress on the fabric, you can go ahead and extend it now, or you can just check the length and see if this is okay, if this is what you want, and then go ahead and cut it out. But before cutting, you're going to add allowance to the top and the side of the pattern, and also at the bottom. I am adding 0.5 inch allowance at the top, and at the side I will add 1 inch allowance. This is one piece out of the 2 pieces I cut out, and this one I placed on the table is the one I will use for the front part of the dress. I have folded it into 2, and the next step is to cut out facing for the front piece. Cut out a small piece of fabric and then fold it into 2 like you see me doing. After folding into 2, you are going to place the front piece on it and trace out what you have on the neckline and the armhole. Trace that out, and that is what you are going to use as the facing for the dress. But before cutting out, please arrange it well on the fabric, especially if you are using a light fabric. Please arrange it well on the fabric before cutting out the facing. After cutting out, when you open it up, this is what you should have. Place the facing on the main piece. Make sure that the right side is facing each other, and this is what you should have when you place it on each other. I'll bring in the strap now so that we can fix the strap in between the facing and the front of the dress. I'll take it to the sewing machine now and stitch with 1/2 inch all around the neckline and the armhole. After stitching around the neckline, please stop stitch on the facing, and this is what you should have. This is what the right side should be looking like. The next step now is to work on the back piece. I folded the back piece into 2 and I placed it on the table. For this back piece, we don't need to include the armhole, so I am going to cut that part out. Just take your ruler and connect from the armhole to the other side like you see me doing. We don't need the armhole shape on the back, that is why I am cutting it out. Once we are done with that, I am going to cut out a facing, just like we did for the front piece. Fold another piece of fabric into 2 and place the back piece on it. Place it on it and cut out what you have on the neckline. The same process we used for the front piece is what we are also going to use for this back piece. Make sure that your strap is in between the main fabric and the facing. To get where you are going to fix your strap on the back piece, get the midpoint of this back piece, and from the midpoint you are going to measure your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. For mine it is 8 inches. 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. From the midpoint, I'll measure 4 inches on one side and 4 inches on the other side. You are going to fix your strap on those 2 points you marked out. The strap should be in between the facing and the main fabric. For the length of the strap, the pattern we cut out earlier from the top, the yoke part from the top we cut out earlier, will guide you on the length of the strap. And also for the back piece, don't forget that we also came down to the armhole again for the back, so just measure everything up together to get the length of the strap. I am done fixing the strap to both the front and the back here, and the next step is to join the sides together, the side of both the front and the back. The first thing you are going to do is to pin the facing together. Pin it together like you see me doing, and then go ahead and run a stitch from the top to the bottom of the dress. I added 1 inch allowance when I was transferring the pattern to fabric. That means I am going to use 1 inch to join the sides together. Whatever allowance you added when you were transferring to fabric, you are going to use that same allowance to join it together. I'll repeat the same process on this other side. At this point, I am done with the dress. I have pressed the side. I have also hemmed the bottom with 1/2 inch. So make sure that you press the sides, overlock it and press it after stitching. And this is what the inside should be looking like, and the outside also. So make sure that you press after stitching. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Please turn on your notification bell so you'll get notified anytime I upload a new video. Registration for the online beginners class is ongoing. Please send a WhatsApp message to the number on the flyer to register for the class. The class will be taking place on the 25th of this month. We have limited slots for the class, and as soon as the slot is filled, registration will be closed. Register via WhatsApp through the number showing on the screen and the flyer. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.